Even though I don't want greens today, I know I'm gonna want them later, so. And just like normal, second mama had her babies underneath the stars. Hi, baby pigs. Sister, carry the seeds instead. Okay, let's go. Good morning, beautiful people. It is a beautiful morning. The hurricane that we had come through, we didn't even see hardly a drop of rain from, no wind, just a really pretty sunset. Now that it is gone, it is a beautiful, clear, sunny day. If you watched yesterday's video, you remember that I prepped a bed for planting today. This one has been after me since yesterday to plant some carrots. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Sister, I need to flatten these beds a little bit. I don't want them quite so high. I think we're gonna plant carrots along that row and then this row right here. She's not even looking. That's all right, I'll have to show her. And then I'm gonna do cole crops in these two rows. It'll be kind of tightly packed, but that's all right. Also talking with Meg, I think what I'm gonna do is, since I've got a few tomatoes that are dead, I'm just gonna take these out and stick a cabbage or a cauliflower or something in each hole as I pull these tomatoes out. So that way I can start using this bed instead of having to wait until all the tomatoes are done. Yeah, the cat will get in there while you're picking tomatoes. She enjoys when you pick tomatoes. So just mind the tail. All right, let's plant some carrots.
That's a nice looking cool flower.
That is a sweet potato flower. Huh. All right, I got some seeds that someone sent us. These are black black nebula carrots. I got some yellow amarillos, some coral, irregular orange carrots, some purple dragon carrots. We've grown these before. These are pretty good. And then I've got some beets. Got some early wonder. More early wonder. I'm gonna finish off that packet. That packet's almost done. And then I've got some golden beets. These always do really good for us. I don't know why. Seems like we can't grow the beets that we want. But the yellow beets, they always do good. See how tiny those seeds are? There's seeds right there. So, put them on down there. That's a lot. Here. Pinch them like this, and then just kind of rub them, and they'll fall.
Grow.
lose interest already, sister? So I'm planting these beets kind of close. I don't have real high hopes that they're all gonna germinate. I'm gonna try a trick that I've seen my friend Casey do for getting seeds to germinate. Seeing as it's so dry in here, I need every little tip I can get. I'm gonna try covering them with plastic, like watering them in, covering them with plastic, and then when they germinate, take the plastic off, just business as usual. Oh. The funny thing about planting anything, planting garden, planting food, is you have to plant even when it doesn't sound good to eat. Like beets don't sound good right now, but I know if these do come up and they are doing good, once it gets cold and we've watched the tasty stuff kind of dwindle, the stuff coming out of the garden. Come about January, I'd just kill for a salad, maybe some beet greens, some collard greens, anything green in the dead of winter. We did that last year, and it was fabulous having fresh greens of any kind, cabbage, anything in the dead of winter. So, even though I don't want greens today, I know I'm going to want them later. So, that's why we are getting out here and sweating and planting more garden. All right, I've got all of this stuff that Meg picked up at the nursery. I've got kale, I've got cabbage, I've got Brussels sprouts, collard greens, all sorts of good stuff right here. Obviously, that's not all gonna fit in the 2 beds that I have left, especially considering how big they get. I am gonna plant them kind of close, but I remember last year I did 3 beds in that same space, and by the time all those plants were full size, you couldn't walk by. So I'm gonna keep that in mind. Like I said, I'm gonna plant them a little bit closer. I think rather than haul all of these down to the greenhouse, take out, a dozen and then have to haul everything back up, I'm just gonna grab an empty flat and we'll build like a to-go box. Okay.
I'll help Paul.
You'll help haul? Here, let me have that one. That's some kale. That's our favorite kale. That's red Russian kale. What are these? That is magic green. That's broccoli. There's a broccoli. Copenhagen cabbage. Oh, that's amazing cauliflower. See the picture? This is greens, collard greens. Okay, carry that one. I think I'm gonna mix and match. I'm gonna just kind of mix everything in here. Who cares? Like, it'll all eat. I think that'll be fun. Something tells me a small stripy critter just came through our bed. Right. We have to tell them, otherwise they don't know what they're doing.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
She's a nice kitty sometimes. Sometimes. The mister attachment for this wand is awesome. I've always wanted a mister attachment, and there was a vendor at the Farm Where You Live festival we went to this spring, and they were selling the wand and the ends. I put all the quick connect things on because I kind of have a thing for quick connects for my hoses. But yeah, it is so handy being able to just pop on a mister attachment for, like delicate seeds, like carrot seeds, stuff you don't want to wash away, and then just being able to put your rain head back on just at a flick of a wrist. So I'm going to water this in and figure out what I'm using to cover up this bed to see if I can get this to germinate. Mainly I don't want it to dry out real fast because it is still hot, it is still summer, and that's my main worry, is this bed is going to dry out and the seeds are not going to germinate. See if I can do this without smashing any of these beds. Alright, we'll see if this works. So I'll just check that daily, just peel it back, and when I see seeds starting to germinate, then I'll just take the tarp off. Stuff always looks so rough right after you transplant, but I imagine in a week, 2 weeks, everything will start looking real nice. And every time I look at this, it's like, oh, those are too close together. That's alright. I won't mind when we're picking food. We're not going to be picking cabbages and broccoli going, man, these are too close together. It's always a good feeling when you finish something on your list. Alright, now that it's nearing lunchtime, I actually have a hankering. Every now and then I get a hankering. I want some fried kukuzi and some fried potato chips. I haven't done it in, gosh, like a month?
No, it's been like 2 or 3 months.
It's been a minute. We filmed it last time we did it, but it was a while ago. The time has come. So I'm gonna get all the stuff out, go pick me a ripe kukuzi, and we're gonna have fried squash and some fresh potato chips.
That sounds great.
All right, let's wash them up. I don't need this many. This one's the right size, but it's kind of ugly. It's it has a lot of bug damage on it. The smaller they are, the more tender they are. They taste better than zucchini. Not a lot of people love zucchini, but like fried zucchini is pretty good. These are like fried zucchini, but better when they're all fried up. Lord, 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 Lord. So you're making me up some batter. I'm going to chop this guy up. Alright, so a little trick I found last time I fried and made potato chips. Making the perfect size potato chips. Just use your potato peeler. Just peel off the potato straight into the oil. 30 seconds. Best chips I have ever made. Easiest chips I've ever made. No sitting there slicing thin. No using a mandolin, food processor, nothing. Potato peeler. Works great. Alright, I am using purple potatoes. They make pretty nice looking chips and they're tasty. And just like that, those are ready. Can you grab the salt? Mind salting these?
Chop my buggy one.
Alright, Meg made up some ranch for us. Excellent. This is all I have left, maybe like 2 dozen more. I'm actually almost out of batter and we're not gonna make more. It's just a kukuzi. They literally grow out there in the garden. I don't have to do anything to them. I pick them, so I'm not worried about feeding a little extra to the pigs. That size kukuzi, it's not quite like a zucchini. Actually, I would say they melt in your mouth. That's how the texture is. They're very soft, but not mushy. You can still tell you're eating like a squash, but it doesn't have that zucchini flavor. It doesn't really taste like anything. You can kind of tell it's a plant of some kind, but it's tasty. It's good. This hasn't been too bad. I've been frying about an hour. As you guys probably saw from the time lapse, potato chips disappeared as fast as I could fry them, which that's how it is. I think that's gonna do it for this section. I'm tired of worrying about the camera. I keep burning myself, so I'm just gonna turn the camera off. I'll pick it up later. We'll have a dramatic reenactment.
I do actually need to make sure it's not sticking to the bottom.
So you made some quick pork fried rice.
Yep.
Quick, easy dinner.
Yep.
A little bit of protein because eating fried food for lunch is not cool.
No. I mean, it's cool, but
It's cool, like it's fun, but
it doesn't.
you don't feel good afterwards.
Right, right.
It's not like having a salad or something
No,
like that.
no, definitely not.
Although it was vegetables. It was
Yeah.
all vegetables, potatoes and squash. Health.
Yeah.
All right, let's eat. That was good. I mean,
Quick and easy.
who doesn't love pork fried rice? All right, that was actually a fun day.
Yeah.
I got done what I needed to get done.
And the weather was so nice.
The weather's beautiful. Like, I think the high is like 81, so it's just like, it feels like fall actually.
Yeah.
Fall's coming. This is just a preview.
So close. Just hold on a little bit longer.
I think fall is probably my favorite time of year.
Yeah.
It's like everything, like you put the garden to bed, you just wrap up the year, you tie up all your loose
Yep.
ends, headed into winter. So
Yeah.
I think it's my favorite time. Besides spring, like I really like spring too. So
Spring is also very nice.
I like seasons.
Yeah, seasons are good.
All right, we will catch you guys on the next one.
Bye.